Welcome back, Creation Nurses.
Hi.
I hope you're having a wonderful day. I have brought back my amazing husband, Mr. Taiho, and our baby Choo Choo, to discuss some more RV-related travel nursing adventures, specifically what it's like to travel with family as well as pets. For those of you who may not have watched videos in the past, me and my husband travel nursed in an RV for a couple assignments with both of our dogs, one being on the floor right now. He's not very photogenic. He doesn't want to be up here. But I loved it.
Yeah.
You know, I think that it's very rewarding. It's a great experience for you to share with your family as well as your pets. But I do get a lot of questions about, is it worth traveling with your pets and your family if you should just leave them home if you have a home? Specifically, a question for you, honey. I mean, did you find traveling rewarding? Did you get bored?
Traveling is rewarding because, you know, like when your loved one is at work or whatever, you know, you can't take care of the RV, you take care of the trailer, you do your own stuff. You know, you can work. A lot of online work is available over there, you know. Or even like, you know, do your own study or just playing video games or whatever. But since you guys travel together, it's a joint experience, you know, and then you won't be like, I would say, missing each other. And then you can always, you know, explore while you both have a day off, you both have some time. I mean, you know, like United States is so big, there's always something good to see instead of just one staying at home, the other one just leave you for like 3 days in a week and just do her job. You know, that's kind of suck, but...
And that was one of the things that people brought up was, well, you know, I'm traveling because I'm trying to save money, and I don't want to spend, like, an exorbitant amount of money. When you travel, and depending on where you go, there's going to be things that you're going to want to do, and there's going to be places that you want to go. Our suggestion for that is to just portion out your money appropriately. Maybe not eat out as much. I mean, you're in an RV. You have a refrigerator. You have everything that you need. Eat some more home meals.
Exactly. Or, you know, like, even right now... You can just always, you know, even though if you're traveling in a hotel or whatever, there's always Instant Pot.
Right.
Instant Pot, you can cook a lot of meals in just one pot. You just put that in your luggage and carry, you know, with you. That can help you save money. But, you know, remember, you know, life is not just working about making money. It's about the experience.
Right.
You know, if you have money but you're not happy, you're not seeing each other as often, you're not, you know, adventuring or have a joint experience, then that's not marriage or life is all about. You know, it's about the experience and the process.
Right.
So, you know, like, you know, I'm not talking about you don't need to save money, but, you know, there's always give and takes and how much you need and what you really need. Like, do you need to go to have a dinner that costs like $100 or just have a home cooked meal, you know, and cuddle and, you know, watching Netflix and enjoy each other for $20?
My husband likes to cuddle.
That's why I got Chewy. Chewy loves to cuddle. Oh.
So a lot of people that travel, specifically in the beginning, might not necessarily have kids. Sometimes it's just you and your spouse. When you first start travel nursing, and my husband, when I worked, again, I only worked 3 days a week, so you have to remember there's 4 days off every week that you have off. You know, my husband would take care of our RV, he would take care of our animals, you know, he would do our grocery shopping, anything that, let's be honest, nurses, we are absolutely exhausted, even regardless if it's travel or staff nursing. When you finish that shift, you don't want to do anything. So when you have a partner that is willing to do those things for you while you're working so that you don't have to worry about that, that's a win-win.
Yeah. Well, it's also go with, you know, like maintaining an RV or trailer or whatever. It's like maintaining your house. There's something that's going to need clean. There's something will be broken that you need to get fixed. There's still housework, chores that you need to take care of. So it's just the atmosphere or the sizes of the house that you live in. The maintenance part may be a little different, and the sizes that you need to clean and maintain is a little different. But it doesn't mean you don't have to do it.
Right.
You know, somebody got to do it. And, you know, if you know, being a nurse, you travel, you make a lot more that you can afford the other half to just take a part-time job, take some online job, or whatever, you know, to make both of your experience and your livelihood more easier. That's the take that you know, get away from the experience.
But even if you don't necessarily get a part-time anything and you're just there, you still have a job, and that is maintaining the family, maintaining the house, and making sure that everything's kind of in order.
Exactly. And it also go the other way too. If you're a male nurse, you make the money, just like stay-at-home wife or stay-at-home husband, there's something you need to take care of in the households. And especially when you're traveling, you make more than normal, then take advantage of that and use those time to really enjoy the experience on the other day off, like really
Right.
go explore the area, really enjoy some family time or whatever, because
Right.
that's what keep relationship alive. And that's like you choose these kind of lifestyle because but just simpler and simple sometimes make people more happy.
Right.
That's just what it comes down to. Materials doesn't make you happy. It's the experience and the process that you enjoy together make it happy.
Right. And with us, I mean, the other thing is, well, I travel with pets. I can't leave my pets in my RV. And I'm going to be honest, the RV that we stayed in, I was not comfortable leaving my pets in that RV. And it wasn't that it was a crappy RV. We had a very nice RV. It was just that we were first-time travelers, our first time owning an RV. Our AC and everything worked beautifully, but it's always those what ifs. Well, what if, our AC broke down or, whatever. Luckily, when you travel, if you travel to a good place and you have good neighbors, sometimes the neighbors will keep an eye out for you.
Yeah. And even not, then you got
Yeah.
places that
Allow dogs.
allow dogs. Like
Yeah.
you go to anywhere downtown. You just walk on the street and stuff, like you go in every store. You can walk with dogs. You can eat with dogs in a lot of restaurant patios.
Yep.
It depends on what state you're. As long as you pick up
After
your
your
dogs,
animals.
and
Yep.
really control them in a leash, in a roll. Like we even got like a baby stroller for dogs so they don't have to walk that much because they're tiny and stuff. But regardless, is like they're your companion. They're like your child. There's always something you need to do with them. It's just like you have a baby. Like you go to Disney or whatever, you can ride every ride because they're tiny.
Yeah.
It's just like the same theory go with the dogs.
Yeah.
They're your baby, but there's always something to do with them.
Like, we personally don't have children yet.
Yeah, I know. And we got two. Right
But
here.
we do have our fur babies, which are our children. And really, honestly, they're your children. You have to do the same things that you can do with your children with your fur babies.
Exactly.
For us, some of the places we went to had dog parks we could take
Exactly.
them to so that they could run around off leash. Half the time, just to get out of the house, we'd go to like Home Depot.
Exactly.
Or just someplace like that so that we
exactly.
could be in AC. We were always in AC, but I
Exactly.
mean, we could just be in AC. The boys could be with us, just walking around. A lot of places want to give your pets treats, and I mean, it's
Exactly. They like enjoy the car ride, go downtown. Looking at other people, go to restaurant. We sit out at the patio. They are just as happy as long as they're with you.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you are really need to go someplace that you don't allow dogs, 1 or 2 hours, you make sure they got the water. You crack the little windows, make sure the AC is on or whatever. Then as long as they are comfortable, the 1 or 2 hours is not a big deal. But you, as a family,
depending on where you're at, though.
Yeah.
If you live in Florida, like we live in Florida, we're not cracking our windows, leaving our AC on for a couple hours. No, we're gonna
Yeah.
leave our windows shut with the AC.
Exactly.
It's
But-
too hot, and don't leave. And do not leave your animals in your car. And then go someplace.
Exactly.
Please, this is a public service announcement from Creation Nurse and my husband. Don't do that.
Exactly. But regardless, is like they are happy as long as they are with you.
Yes.
And you can still make travel possible.
Yeah.
You just need to do a little more research, a little bit more prepared. Like as a family.
And I'm not going to say that this is going to work for everybody. Just because our personal experience was great doesn't mean that it's going to be great for someone else. People might have special needs animals that requires around-the-clock care. So if your spouse doesn't work, that's great. People might actually have larger animals that necessarily probably are just a hassle to take places, or they...
Or not
You know.
everyone experience is great.
Yeah.
Like it's just like the real world. Might not have the greatest neighbor. Might not have the greatest landlord. You might have a lot of issue when you go to anywhere.
Yeah.
But you need to give the good and the bad. It's not like you take this experience, you expect everything will be perfect and simple.
Yeah.
Life is not like that.
No.
So that's why there's always both sides of the story. It depends on how you experience this, how you deal with it. Then you need to figure out, is it
Is it
suitable
worth-
for you?
Right.
Is it worth it? Is it better off just to stay in town, take a permanent job, you get your 401k and health benefit without all the hassle or whatever, or you decide to travel and take the life experience, exploring, national park and exploring whatever, in a different state on your own expenses, while you're working.
Apparently I need a bath. But that's just our 2 cents on traveling with family and pets. I personally recommend it. I think that it was 100% worth it. I think that, in RV, we've talked about, RV lifestyle, we've talked about this in the past, is sometimes you have like the most amazing neighbors and they will do anything and everything for you. And, you don't have to be on your own if there is a situation that happens, say, with your pet or with your family member. If something happened with my husband and I was at the hospital or whatever the case may be, I mean, you have people. But I highly recommend it. I would say definitely, even if you have kids, just because we don't have experience with the kids, I've seen a lot of people that have had their kids travel nursing and they've had an absolutely amazing time. Half the campgrounds that you go to have a ton of activities, from horseshoe to tennis. They've got swimming pools, jacuzzis. They've got recreation centers where they've got different like board games, TVs. Some places have lakes where you can fish. I mean, there's a ton of stuff that you can do no matter where you go. If you've got kids or if you've got a husband that has, thing to do that's just looking for something to do, there's always something that they can do.
Exactly.
So definitely highly recommend it. I hope you all have a wonderful and fantastic day. Make sure you follow me on my new website, which is creationnurse.com. I also am on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest under Creation Nurse, and I look forward to speaking with you all again soon, and have a wonderful day. Bye.
Bye-bye.